The what, the why. When you've got that, I can give you the how. We get a lot of guys currently, well, not far off of 1,000 every month that are inquiring to work with us. And these people still may be of the appropriate age, but it's what they want to achieve and the reasons why they want to achieve it. Understand this, if you are someone that is being reactive towards why you want to make the result, and that reactive behavior is stirred by something that is a little bit vain, right? Bear with me. Let's just say, Alex, can you help me lose 10 pounds? Because I've got an 18 to 30s holiday to go to. I don't even think they still exist, but you know what I'm talking about, right? If you're over 40, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've got an 18 to 30s holiday to go to in 6 weeks. That kind of result, fair play, you want to make a difference, good on you, right? No judgment there at all, but it's a short-term goal for a short-term effect. Ultimately, that's not going to last, all right? Now, I know that that's potentially sounding a bit harsh, but I've been doing this for such a long time, I can literally tell you that that's going to be the case, all right? If your reason for wanting to get in better shape is purely just because you want to look better for a holiday, you will probably find the weight that you lose before your holiday, you will gain it back before you come back, right? Or it certainly won't be long afterwards because you'll just drop back into previous behavior. You may have even seen some social media posts from me about getting in touch with me and tell me your reason why, okay? Now, that could be anything. That could be because your confidence is low and it's affecting your relationship and your employment. Maybe it's the fact the doctor's just told you, oh, you know, congratulations, you're now pre-diabetic. Maybe it's because there's a history of coronary heart disease in your family, and maybe your dad died before he was 60 and you're now 57, and now you're thinking, oh shit, you know, actually I should do something about this. There could be, we had a guy come to us before because his daughter was being bullied at school about his weight, right? And that was enough to just kind of push him into taking further action, right? So whatever it is, if you've got a real decent reason why, the chances of you having a amazing, super successful and permanent transformation, behavior change, everything else, is on another level, right? Because you've got a decent reason why. Now look, I lost 10.5 stone in 14.5 months. And honestly, people said to me, and they still say now when I put the occasional post up about this, they go, oh, well done, Alex, you know, you must have worked incredibly hard. That must have been really difficult. You must have worked incredibly hard. You know, well done. And I look back at it and I think, no, it wasn't. Now I know I'm in the industry, always have been in the industry. So I kind of know the little tips and tricks and things for you to be able to make this a hell of a lot of an easier process than what you think. But in all honesty, it wasn't hard, okay? Yes, I knew what to do with calories. Yes, I knew what to do with nutrition. Yes, I knew what to do with training. But you see, when you know that expression, right? Find a job you love, never work a day in your life, right? So if you can fall in love with the process behind the transformation, it will not be hard. And honestly, I think you'll find this with, I'm just kind of racking my brains now through all of the people inside the different programs that I've got. And I'm trying to find someone that's finding the process difficult. Now they may struggle with, you know, things from time to time, but when we actually look at the whole process of actually getting the result, no one finds it hard, and I didn't find it hard. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't like you have to go to the gym and lift weights to the same standard as the world's strongest man. It wasn't like you needed to enter a CrossFit competition or you needed to go to the SAS and be beasted by a drill sergeant. It's not that kind of thing. The whole process is really easy, and it's even easier when you fall in love with the process and you understand that, oh, if I do this, I'm now a step closer towards what it is I want to achieve. And when what you want to achieve means so much to you, the power of that will literally drag you to the result. You need to look at what you want to achieve and bolster on some other things to that. If you've ever read my book, one of the most powerful chapters in it, I call it the 7 whys. So what it is, you look at, I want to lose weight, I want to get to 14 stone, I want to get to a 36-inch waist, whatever it is. Why? That's the first question to you right now. And if you haven't got a pen and paper on you, maybe you've got your phone on you, open up the notes and kind of go, right, goal, what I want to achieve. Now ask yourself, why? Why do you want to be that weight, that shape or whatever? Now that might be because I want to be healthier. Guess what? Next question, why? Well, why do I want to be healthier? Because I want to live longer. Okay, guess what? Next question, why? What I want to live longer. I've got 4 kids, all under the age of 14. I want to live longer and be there for them. Why? Because I want to be present in their life. I want to see them walk down the aisle. I want to see my grandkids grow up. And you kind of see where I'm going with this. because all of the typical I want to lose weight or I want to get to a particular weight or health or fitness or whatever can be quite a short-lived thing that falls out of your mouth, because all of us know that we need to be taking some kind of action in some kind of thing. But a lot of these things never really happen. They never really come to fruition because you haven't really got ultra clear on why you need to do it in the first place. When you can uncover that reason, now going through that process isn't difficult. Certainly when you've got massive amounts of accountability from people like myself, massive amounts of support, a community of people kind of pulling you forwards, the guesswork taken away, all this kind of stuff. It makes it incredibly difficult for you to ever fall off. So remember, if you've got my book, go and have a look at the 7 Whys, because it is an incredible chapter that I must have had probably within the first week of the book coming out, probably getting on for a couple of thousand people messaging me saying, oh my God, this bit was absolutely incredible. It really helped me to uncover what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And it also got me to use that 7 Why kind of framework and put it into my finances, my relationships, my business, my career as well. Relatively kind of short, sharp, to the point video about establishing your what and your why. When me and my team understand, when we're in the capacity of working together and we understand those reasons, it then helps us not to coach you any differently. In terms of the exercises you have aren't going to be probably any different. In terms of what we're going to ask you to achieve in terms of calories and protein probably isn't going to be any different. But in terms of the nature of the delivery of it and the words and the contact and the support that we give you around it are going to be tweaked and perfected to you in relation towards what it is you want to achieve and what your reason, your needs, your must, your whys are. I'm hoping that's kind of really helped. I know that if you've listened to the video, if you've watched the video, you've taken on board everything that I've said, you've actually paid attention and not just had me on in the background or watching me like I'm some sort of flipping Netflix documentary, and you've actually taken this information. It will be a key thing. Just gets underneath where you are right now and just sets off a flipping grenade, and it will just blow things up into a massive change for you. Strange analogy, I know. But anyway, guess what? It's been emotional. Peace out.